Please welcome to the blue corner, Abner Castro.
Abner Castro, third time inside the Fury FC cage as an amateur, coming off that unanimous decision loss to Richard Gallegos. It was a tough fight. He just couldn't get going. Got worked on the ground. And I think the best way to describe Abner Castro is the long-lost Diaz brother, because the way he fights, he just wants to throw down. He just has that spirit in him.
Yeah, the only difference is the Diaz brothers are both high-level black belts. But, not saying Abner Castro won't get there, but that fighting spirit is definitely in him. And at 19 years old, has got a long future in MMA. You know, that one-on-one record, like we said, the amateur record really means nothing, but I do think this kid has a bright, bright future. He's going to learn not just that it's a fight. He's going to learn that it's, you know, strategy, and it's, you know, a lot of other things that go into it besides just a fight. I can relate. I love that part too. I just love fighting, and so I completely get it. But, you know, Abner Castro at 19, he's got a lot to learn, but he's also starting at from a good spot.
All right, Abner is inside the cage. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Brandon Taylor.
Brandon Taylor is such an interesting prospect, coming off his biggest win with that crazy kick over Nathan Uriosti at Fury Amateur Series 41. We wanted him to be more explosive, more aggressive.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 124.4 pounds. Fighting out of Mission, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, 1 loss. This is Abner Castro. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 125.6 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, this 4-ounce fighter holds an amateur record of 2 wins, only 1 defeat. This is Brandon B.T. Taylor. Your referee in charge, Professor Joe Solis.
Professor Joe Solis with the assignment for this flyweight showdown. Blue gloves for Castro, red for BT, Brandon Taylor. Looking to ride that momentum, that high off of that incredible win against Uriosti.
Yeah, don't blink, ladies and gentlemen. Just like most of these 125ers, these things go very, very fast. Once the flurries start, it is 100 miles an hour. It's very hard to see. It almost looks fake. Brandon Taylor staying clear of just about all the strikes of Abner Castro so far. Not very active himself yet. But like we said, once the explosion happens.
Castro caught our eyes in his debut when he got a really nice win over Jesse Pantoja at Fury FC 61 with that inverted triangle. That was a fun fight.
Yeah, Abner Castro pushing on the cage, pushing Brandon Taylor on the cage right now. Brandon Taylor, definitely the bigger and stronger of the two fighters, but Abner Castro very sneaky. Tried to throw his body weight around the back of Brandon Taylor there. Was out of position to take the back, but
just that right arm under now. Does Castro. Had it there for a second.
yeah, Castro almost looked like he was going to pull guard there. He kind of had his leg up and had it wrapped around just a little bit around the back of Brandon Taylor, but thought better of that. I'm glad he thought better of that.
Oh, big knee. That I don't know, it looked like it connected, but not as.
Yeah, it looked like it connected right on the mouth, and Brandon Taylor opening up here.
And this is where we want to see more of BT. Just open up with that stand-up. A little swelling under the right eye. Oh, of Castro. Ooh, that could have been bad.
Brandon Taylor trying to make the highlight reel, the Fury highlight reel for the Open on the on FIghtPass. Definitely would have made it with that flying knee.
20 seconds left in round one. Oh,
nice shots
man,
there.
Good combo.
Brandon Taylor landing at will here. Ooh.
That right eye is closing up for Castro. Tough round for Abner Castro. But there is that explosiveness from Brandon Taylor that we're talking about.
Yeah, you'll see here on the highlights from round one, once Brandon Taylor decides to open up, he's going in for the kill, and eyes are wide open. He's seeing every opening, and he's taking advantage of them every opportunity he gets. See this nice cage work from Brandon Taylor. You see that land. That may be where that swelling came from there, Raheel. I thought it landed on the mouth, but it did land right on the cheekbone. Nice head movement. Nice punches. Those punches barely missed from Brandon Taylor. You see his distance is off by 1 inch. He's going to close that distance here. Nice little wheel kick attempt there. Goes right over the head of Abner Castro, but he's going to close that distance. His coach has undoubtedly told him you're an inch out of range. Close it just a little bit more, because Abner Castro has not been able to find a home for any of those strikes.
All right, round two. Martinez Young, Chico in the corner for Brandon Taylor. The 4-ounce fighter.
Nice head kick there from Brandon Taylor, and then 2 in a row from Abner Castro. Ooh, the toes caught the cheek just a little bit there.
Man, Brandon's kicks are so fluid and fast.
So everything he does is fast. Good foot movement. Doesn't move his head a lot. I like to see him move a little bit better head movement. Maybe he feels like he doesn't need it for this Abner Castro fight. But very, very quick in and outs from Brandon Taylor.
Oh, nice knee there from Castro that connects.
Yeah, Castro wanting to close the distance here. Looks like he may want to get this to the ground. Castro got a little warning there. His fingers are going through the cage every time he slides his gloves across there. The bottom of those gloves, they kind of catch on the end, and it pulls your fingers through the cage.
Nice reversal there from Brandon Taylor. Had that beautiful push down of the head, opened up that escape.
Yeah, Abner Castro turning his hips a little too far. He did correct it, but he was about to get dumped on his back by Brandon Taylor. Maybe felt that push going that way and able to turn just in time to not get thrown to the ground. Brandon Taylor with the body lock here, letting it go. Looks like he wants to force that head down. There's the headlock. He's got the front headlock. Ooh, nice. Brandon Taylor starting to pass out some punishment here on Abner Castro.
40 seconds left in round 2. Another knee.
It just seems like almost everything Brandon Taylor is throwing is landing to some degree, and everything Abner's throwing is Brandon's just making him miss.
A little slip there, a jumping knee attempt from Castro. Half-hearted jumping knee.
A few seconds left here in round 2.
All right, to round 3 we go. It's been a fun fight so far. Brandon Taylor doing pretty much anything he wants, but good offense from Castro in this round.
Yeah, a little bit better job by Castro in this round of tying Brandon Taylor up. But as soon as Brandon Taylor was able to get that disconnected, he's landing some pretty good punches here. And you see Castro putting his head down, trying to set up that takedown with some punches there. He was a little bit too close. Nice knee to the solar plex there from Brandon Taylor. A little slip there. Brandon may have turned his ankle just a little bit on that. Weight being down on that, slid a little bit on that canvas. Anytime you're on top of those logos, Raheel, it's a little bit slippery. It doesn't feel exactly the same as the rest of the canvas. But Brandon Taylor looks like it didn't affect him at all. Here we are in round 3.
Brandon Taylor's corner calling for more body shots, saying Castro's body is hurting.
Ooh.
Castro doesn't mind this. He loves a good brawl, loves a good fight. But has to turn up that offense here in round 3.
And you can see Brandon Taylor is in great shape. Still a lot of power behind those punches, a lot of snap on there. Very, very quick. Abner Castro going in for the takedown was a little bit outside the pocket to attempt that takedown. Didn't really set it up with anything.
Looked like that knee connected on the cup, but no stop here.
Nice little push down from Brandon Taylor. That's sprawling right on top of the head of Abner Castro. Castro lands a good right hand there on the break.
Oh, man. Big left kick connects.
Oh. Yeah, what an athlete Brandon Taylor is.
His kicks come in like jabs. That fast.
And man, he can change directions on those question mark kicks, and like few I've seen. Very, very fast.
Those are some loose track hips right there.
Yeah, undoubtedly Brandon Taylor would like to break this connection here and get back to striking. Striking very effective so far. Nice shoulder punch.
1 minute left in this fight.
Oh, Castro taking 2 knees right in a row. Brandon Taylor with about a minute left.
Another body kick connects. Now a little flurry from Castro. And Castro's not backing down.
No, Castro's still moving forward, still throwing those big right hands. Trying to body head. Brandon Taylor seeing those things coming from a mile away, able to get out of the way.
Abner Castro fighting out of Mission, Texas. Man, the fighters from the Valley are built different. There's no quit in them. Big kicks there from Castro.
Ooh, nice shot there from Brandon Taylor.
Man, that was a fun fight.
Yeah.
Good display. I think it's going to be a Brandon Taylor win. Pretty easily, first 2 rounds to BT. Castro might, I don't know, what do you think, round 3 could have gone to Castro?
Possibly. I still think Brandon Taylor got the better of the exchanges in round 3 also. Castro did land a little better. Landed a couple punches on the exchange. You see that right hand right there. He threw a left and right. And you see Brandon Taylor barely missing with that question mark kick. There's those shoulder punches up against the cage. Good cage work. Nice left hand there from Brandon Taylor. As Abner Castro was trying to throw that flying knee, but I think this is going to be a 29-28 or 30-27 possibly for Brandon Taylor. Just too much and too good a striking for Abner Castro to deal with.
So we still have a title fight coming your way on Fury Amateur Series, our amateur fights. Got 2 more pro fights. And then after that, we will head to UFC FIghtPass for Fury FC 78.
Yeah, we're making good time today, too.
Yep. Early start today.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I know we did start a little bit early, an hour early. We usually get things going 2:30, 4:30, but 1:30 start. Let's go inside to weigh to see how the judges scored this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision brought to you by OnlyFans. With scores of 30-27, 29-28, and 30-27, your winner by unanimous decision, Brandon B.T. Taylor.
Congratulations to BT, 3-1 record now. A little dance, saving that one dance for us.